So immediately with this one is a bagged ice freezer, reach-in, Master-Bilt. We're at 19 degrees. We're calling for cooling and compressor, and we're calling for fan. I don't have the fans on. How this unit works is those fans don't turn on until the coil reaches at least 20 degrees. So the odds of both fans being bad, I've seen it happen, but most likely you got a sensor issue. It's not sensing that the coil's at 20 degrees and the fan's not coming on. So that's definitely an issue I'm going to have to take a look at. Got the fans running. It's a sensor issue, 100%. I kind of was able to adjust the sensor offset to get it running. But we got a little back pressure. Now we got to figure out why. Plug cap tube, plug filter dryer, or a leak. One of those three things. So time to figure out what it is. So with these little self-contained freezers that hold 10 ounces, 30 ounces of refrigerant, and you got a refrigerant issue, take the guesswork out, man. Take the charge out, recover it, whatever you do, and weigh in for the factory charge. This takes 10 ounces of 134A. Now I don't have to wonder if I got the correct amount of charge in there. I'm using the smallest hose I got because the long hoses can hold extra refrigerant. You can overcharge it pretty easily. And that's just so I can eliminate the issue of knowing if there's the proper amount of refrigerant in there or not. And see if it starts coming down in temperature. Then I'll know we got a leak, something's going on with it. This is why I like to add factory charge to the system so I know I got the proper amount of refrigerant. Still low back pressure, low head pressure, straight from the liquid line dryer, right out of the condenser. So I got a liquid line restriction. Believe it or not, with a cap tube restriction, you will have a low head pressure. So just for shits and giggles and just to be sure, I pressure tested it. I threw about 200 psi in there. Threw a bottle of water inside of the tray because that's usually where they leak at. I'm finding no leaks. I moved the motor out of the way, moved the condenser out of the way, and nothing's leaking. But my other concern is I opened up it's basically these sensors. Something's going on with these sensors. Both sensors are wired in, coil and room, but I'm only seeing one sensor, and that's the coil sensor, and it's in the right spot. It's reading proper temperature. But the room thermostat, box thermostat sensor, I don't see it anywhere. It's supposed to be in the return airstream, which is basically, this is a pull-through coil, so the airstream comes out of the back, or basically where you're looking. So the coil temperature sensor should be somewhere in the front, on the top, but it's not. So we're gonna have to pull all this bagged ice out of there. Maybe it fell through, maybe it's in the wrong location. Something's going on with that sensor, and that definitely needs to be addressed because that is definitely a big issue. So we held pressure, which is good. So I'm going to replace that dryer, blow through that cat tube, hopefully free it up, and take a look into this sensor issue that I got going on and see what's happening. So look where my room box temperature thermostat sensor was. On the bottom of the box under all the ice. That is in the wrong spot. It should be up there somewhere. So, and it's also bad. It's reading 19 degrees. It's still reading 19 degrees. I checked it. So we got to change it and relocate it. So pretty much it's pretty easy. You take that tray off, that grid off, and then take that raceway off, and then just run it through and run it down into the hole, run it down to the controller and rewire it. But we held pressure. We're going to still change that dryer and blow through that cap tube because we still have that problem. So I didn't get it on video. I already cut the old dryer out and blew through the system, through the liquid line, and cleared out whatever was in there, whatever may have been in there. Right now I'm just purging it again with nitrogen and letting it blow out and blow through. There's no core inside of there. Right now I'm just blowing nitrogen through the system, and it's coming out nice and good, perfect, nice flow that I would expect. So I would say we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and put my core removal tool port on here so I can get a vacuum pulled on there without a service port in there. and move that sensor, and should be good to go. All right, I got factory charge added back in there. It's reading proper temperature. The pressures are looking good. I relocated that sensor to that white plate that you see there. It's kind of hidden. I clipped it to it, and everything's doing good. It's coming down in temperature. It's in the right location. And I would say this is another one for the books, man. Thanks for watching.